I kind of grew up in more like mechanic shops just because my father works in the car business and was always working on cars. And he's also like a woodworker, so he would have like a wood shop and he like would build our house and things like that. So I'd be always around power tools and things like that.
Are you good with that kind of stuff?
No, I'm not, but I've always been really fascinated by it just because it's been always something of great power, and you know, you can create so much out of it.
Do you find performing like especially exhausting?
It's a hard venue to work in because you're expected to give yourself and give your songs every single night and to do them justice to people and stand by what you created. And I just can't, that stress is overwhelming, and I take it very seriously. And also it's every night is a chance to experience that catharsis of what you were going through all over again.
Does crowd reaction have any effect on you?
I think when the easier it is for them to respond, the easier it is for me to communicate. Because if I feel like they're not responding, then I feel like I need to work even harder to get my point across. Even if they do get it, I feel like I'm not getting that physical response from them.
How much does your personal style come into play, like when you're performing, when you're on stage?
I feel like there's a definite harmony between my music and how I present it, because it's a whole entire world, and so not only sonically but visually, and so everything that I wear is everything that I feel, and it's all an expression of what I'm trying to communicate. So yeah, it all works hand in hand.
Does that make it any harder for you to pick out outfits to perform in?
Sometimes it feels very natural, like I know exactly what I feel. I know exactly how to represent what I feel. But sometimes it's hard because clothes are very expensive. You guys do mostly art and architecture.
We do a lot of furniture.
And furniture.
Well, furniture, art engineering, for sculptors and for other artists. Any kind of builder or contractor. We do a very large variety.
But it's more of an aesthetic? Is it more like aesthetic things and like?
Well, some and some not. Yeah, some furniture pieces and some architectural things we're doing have a really defined aesthetic that we have to go for, and some are, we get to define more of the aesthetic that comes through. Yeah.
Very interesting.
We end up doing a decent amount of architectural fabrication, but we always try and keep an artistic eye. We're not really competitive with the level of fabrication that would be considered ironwork, like fire escapes or generic staircases. We're more of a specialty industry. Anything from cutting to welding, assembling in general, drilling tons of holes. Just try and keep a high level of skill here and make things happen.
It's like the same from kind of how I grew up and everything, but it's also very different. It seems like more about architecture and furniture and arts, whereas my world has been like cars and, plumbing and stuff like that.